true love's first kiss. Yeah. Like that's ever gonna happen.
Well, hi everyone. It's been a while, but we got no time to catch up. You read the title, you've seen the thumbnail. It's all true. This is Magic Reforged. My name is Yaki, and welcome to this EDH deck all based on the hit DreamWorks franchise, Shrek. Every card in this deck is a full-blown legal proxy. No name changes, no type changes, now no one can complain! Let's dive deep into the mud pools and throw out some fairy tale trash. It's Get Out of My Swamp, a Shrek EDH deck. In order to make this deck, you have to ask yourself, how many layers deep are you willing to go? Me? I've gone into the depths of this swamp to extract this horrifying, vile, stinky boy. It's the Beantown Bullies. Shrek is passionate, terrifying, and green. So Jund is the perfect combo for our lad. Now creature type wise, it's fitting too. Shrek was a devil at one point. He was the terrifying ogre who would eat you alive. He is also a warrior, courageously saving the princess. And he fought as a warrior too in Shrek 4, so it counts, so shut up. And now the ability. I mean, it's in the name? That's right, we throw out the trash into your opponent's field. It's really that simple. Put nasty fairy tale creatures in your graveyard, and then you get them out of your swamp. In trying to figure out how to do this video, I rewatched the original films back to back to get inspiration. And I concluded that I'll do highlights of some of my favorite cards from each of the 4 films. There are some other side spin-offs that will also be mentioned briefly. So let's get going with... It's cinema. What else can be said about the groundbreaking 3D animated film that is derivative of everything fairy tale while also telling its own genuine and unique fairy tale that has lasted the test of time? Or fucking onions, memes, I don't know. So a lot of the cards are from this amazing piece of film. We got creatures like Avaricious Dragon that eats your hand and slams into opponents with brute damage. She's a force to be reckoned with, which is why you do your best to toss her to another opponent, just like how Donkey rides Dragon to eat a king. Speaking of, I hope you enjoy the full Farquaad package that is in this deck. We got the main man himself as King Makar, Gold Cursed. He's a terrible attacker because he's a coward, but he can find ways to weasel people and convince them to do the dirty work for him. Their reward? Gold, which is what Farquaad uses to extort and hunt down every fairy tale creature, making blood money. And sometimes he keeps things for himself, like a trophy. He doesn't care, it's just another sacrifice for the glory of his perfect world. This deck also has him dying gruesomely and coming back to life. He gets terminated, and when he goes to the graveyard, you can either animate the dead or reanimate this short king. Or not, because you're the king, see? So just destroy whatever you want because you own them, and you're the king, see? See? Okay, sorry. Moving on. Onions. We need layers. Here's Heaped Harvest. Shrek grabs some food. What's that food? Onions. Onions have layers. This food has layers. It doesn't just gain you life, it gets land. Layers. You know what else has layers? Mazes. Maze of Ith. What is an amusement park lineup but a maze? An endless maze. Going, waiting, going, waiting, tapping, untapping, tapping, untapping, tapping, tapping, untapping, tapping, tapping, tapping. You know, layers! Shrek 2 came out in 2004 to a resounding explosion of popularity. The story, old characters, new characters, the narrative, the parodies, all of it ramped up in this movie. So of course, we got tons of stuff from this one too! We got big dudes with bold weird heavyweights. We got lying dudes like Marvin, Murderous Mimic. And of course, can't forget the best boy, Leveler, here represented by Mongo. We will always remember you, Mongo. And of course, we got some slinging spells just like the fairy godmother. One tier away? How about one chaos warp away from your happily ever after? Or maybe you're feeling brave, so now it's time to pull a heroic intervention. But all this is useless unless we cultivate our mana base. just like the fairy godmother, we must cultivate resources to churn into magic spells like a factory. Could also go far seek. That's all I had. Look, I thought it was witty, you know, I'm just saying, I thought it was onto a real big brain analogy. Toxic deluge. Farts. It's farts. They're toxic. A deluge of them come. Farts. Look over here! Oh, the classic soul ring! Wow! Yeah, isn't that one cool? Even got the sweet ironic flavor text. Yeah, wow! Moving on! Shrek 3 is an unfortunate movie that just didn't really live up to expectations for the end of a trilogy. It's still pretty decent on rewatching, however, it can be shallow and just distracted. But we're here to magic, not movie theorize. We got the big cast this time, fellas. We got Fauna Shaman Stell White. She's ready after overcoming a tortured existence. We got Magus of the Wheel Merlin and his chaotic magic that can either help or turn you into ashes. But nothing compares to the nightmares. World Gorger dragon babies! Terrifying creatures of destruction that are just so adorable. Less adorable is the Soul Gorger org. Ugh! Oh god! Ugh! Why? Why god? Why? Oh god! As a palate cleanser, we have the Ebon Blade Reaper. A man so vile that he reduces life totals by half. So it only fit a person who earned the title of Nemesis. His name was Stromboli. That's right, that's the joke. His name is Stromboli, Nemesis of Pinocchio. It's Stromboli! It's funny, I swear, I'm actually laughing right now. Speaking of baddies, we got bad guy spells. Prince Charming's coup, his takeover of the kingdom, a blasphemous edict. He manages to capture Shrek, forcing him into some hostile negotiations. But in the end, just like his blade, Sting the Glinting Dagger, he can slay orcs and goblins, but not ogres. Shrek 4 was the end of an era. Released in 2010, this unremarkable movie manages to retell a story of itself. It's parroting its own story. It's derivative material of itself. It's crazy how the circle of life just flows. Birth, life, death, Shrek 4. That last one is kind of complicated. But this is still about cards! We got the big baddie, Flayer of the hate-bound Rumpelstiltskin. He's a devil, literally makes contracts as his main shtick. He's undying, surviving by scrounging around like a rat, and he loves destroying everyone with their past, their graveyard. He is a false god with a temple all to his name. He loves to torture his guests from the comfort of his luxury suite. He turned beautiful commercial districts into twisted landscapes for his fairy tale end. And then we got Jagged Poppet. This is Brogan. He's a warrior and an ogre. More exciting, we got spells like Thrill of Possibility, just the chance of the Waffle Fairy being real. Or it might just lead into a rogue's passage that opens up a path to the legendary place of safety among heroes. But in the end, it's a reminder of where it all started that saves the day. The core of any deck, mana. Arcane signets have become a core piece of every commander deck. Could say, it's the heart of every deck. Now these cards come from the external Shrek spin-offs or media tie-ins. We got Thornbite Staff and Bronze Bombshell from the video game classic 2002's Shrek Extra Large.
It's extra large. It's extra large.
Or we got the cinematic experience known as Shrek 4D with the iconic Eater of Days. Fake dragon. It's a fake dragon. Shrek even has an iconic crossover with legendary pop star Michael Jackson. I cannot show any of this without getting hit with a massive copyright infringement, so here's to a thriller night with Rise of the Dark Realms
And Pathraiser of Ulamog. No further questions, Your Honor.
Shrek has aged so well even in 2025, a whole 24 years after it originally came out. Shrek was a rebel, making fun of its own genre while still pining for the romance in fairy tale stories. In meme terms, it makes fun of cringe, but also loves cringe. Might explain its long-lasting legacy. This deck was made to make fun of Magic, a game I love. I realize that I don't hate the game, I just hate the company that is pushing for more money from a game I love.
In 2025, Magic will be split evenly between Universes Beyond and regular Magic sets. And seeing the record sales of the Lord of the Rings set, it is clear that Hasbro has no intention of stopping their crossover collaborations.
As a wise person once said, it's Fortnite, baby. So in a year full of Marvel, Final Fantasy, and SpongeBob, why not have fun with it? Anyways, I'm a cat, and I'll see you all later. I don't know, maybe in like 3-4 months. Bye-bye!